Welcome! E aí, galera, beleza? Bem-vindo à nossa comunidade.
Welcome to our community.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is OGC here. Today we have a new PvP replay video featuring Blood Moon House members from Clash of Fate yesterday. We fought our friends, the Hungry Hippos. So it was all in fun. We got to play against some friends of ours, allies for a long period of time. Great people. So before we fully dive in, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe if you have not already. In the description of this video below, there's a bunch of useful stuff, including our Patreon page. Patreons are what keeps this channel going. There's the merch store if you want to get some cool swagger, and also the community Discord. Before we begin, I want to give a big shout out and congratulations to Mr. Toby. So all the hashtag Toby Nation fans out there, this is your day. Spam the comments with hashtag Toby Nation. Mr. Toby now has a beautiful unicorn, and he is riding on it with the new Rufio, which just looks so amazing. So Toby is extremely strong, talented, smart player, super lucky and happy to be able to play alongside him. Can't say enough good things about him. But he earned this unicorn. He deserves it. If it was up to me, I would give him the dragon, the Doom Dragon for +8, but I might be biased. So anyways, congratulations to Mr. Toby. We will be seeing his replays later on. So let's jump into our first replay. Alright guys, so for our first replay, we have Majestic, which is the greatest of all time, going up against Jamal. So before I start this, none of this is to put down the Hungry Hippos. That's not the point of the PvP replays. Do I show the highlights of Blood Moon? Absolutely I do. Part of my video journey and what I hope to leave behind for the members of Blood Moon is a place that they can go back in the future and kind of reflect on where they were and what they accomplished in the game. I hope these videos are around forever, so 10 years from now, when people have moved on, they have a lovely family, and they have a real life because they aren't spending all their time in a video game. If they ever get bored, they can go back and check this. So part of this journey is to document Blood Moon for the future. That way you document it and it's there. None of it's ever to put down anybody that's shown on the channel. I just want to put out that disclaimer because we are fighting friends in this, so none of this is to put down our friends. We love the Hungry Hippos. They are our allies. They are our friends. So that being said, for the first fight, we have Majestic, who is the greatest of all time. Nobody is better than Majestic. He is going up against Jamal. With this, it's pretty interesting. So it looks like Majestic does not have a dragon, which means he's probably pretty injured. He's probably missing heroes too, although it looks like he has a bunch out there. If we look at the basic stats, his trees are 3.3 million health, and Jamal's is 3.1. Jamal's dragon is a Onyx dragon. He's got the magic swell, corrosive energy pulse. So in hero press, so he's got a pretty good Onyx dragon. Not quite perfect, but it is very good. And Majestic won in all stats except for stamina. So let's jump in and see how this goes. Some Sylph on Sylph. I am seeing that Sylph is starting to make a slow comeback, which is pretty cool. I do think that Sylph, if you have a really good Onyx Dragon, those trees can just tank forever, especially with mana worms that provide the healing effect, where it could be pretty cool. So in the top, we just have a giant forest. Everyone just has their forest out. In this bottom side, that's where all the action is going on. Looks like it's Jax versus Jax. Ophidius is taking down the other Ophidius. So it looks like Jamal's Ophidius took down Majestic's Ophidius, and then it's just cleanup starting from this bottom side. That cleanup from the bottom side is then going to escalate all the way up. But again, for this, Majestic did not have a dragon, so he was definitely at a disadvantage. You can see all those mini trees coming out, like the little saplings. And actually, Jamal's dragon is getting very low. It's still alive. It's still putting out a bunch of damage, which is pretty epic to see. It's pretty wild all around. Between all those magic spells and everything, able to take everything down. Of course, Jax doing his spray and pray helps tremendously with the damage put out, and he's now able just to swing around and clean everything up. So good job to Jamal for the fight. Majestic did not have a dragon. I would love to see this fight with Majestic being at full strength. So good job, guys. So for this next fight, we have the Iron Man, the Marvel legend, going up against Ivan. So for this, it looks like as far as like troop power and everything, they're very similar. Ivan has better swords. Iron Man has better archers. Ivan's actually going with an extra pack of swords, I believe, and Iron Man is going with an extra pack of priests. If we look at the dragons, Iron Man has so he's got the holes for the Onyx, and he has Blessed Magic Predation. He only has 2 skills fully done for the Affliction. And when we look at the dragon for Ivan, he's got Thunderclap, Swell, Plasma Strike, Fatal Blow, Lightning Rod. Okay, so Ivan has a anti-hero type of dragon. If we look at the damage dealt, it's Archers and Ophidius at the top for both sides. Pretty standard, so let's go jump in and check this out. Iron Man's at a big disadvantage because his predation is only going to affect the Topaz Dragon, although he does have the black holes from the Onyx. I think those black holes do make a big difference. There's a bunch of moral boosts going off towards the middle of the map, and it looks like both dragons are kind of powering through. The Iron Man's dragon is about to drop any second now. He is now down. The Ophidius black holes go out. Both sides lose a ton of range units with that black hole. The Topaz Dragon is still up, it's still putting out damage. Ivan eventually wins the bottom side and the top side. It looks like Iron Man is holding on towards the middle. Unfortunately, there's a full health Topaz Dragon there with Magic Swell, and he's just going to burst his way through. Bottom side is starting to get stalled up a little bit. However, it's just a matter of time because Ivan's Ophidius is still alive. The Snakes are taking down all the backline heroes. And now Ivan can just push on through and start making it towards the back. So Iron Man, great fight, man. Ivan, congratulations on the win. Next, we have Mr. George going up against Ivan. So Ivan's using the same setup as before. George is using a Azul Dragon. So he does have Noble Blood and 4 purples, Hero Predation, and 3 tiers into the Affliction. When we look at the troop stats, Ivan has better swords and better archers. And George is also running with a pack of spears. When we look at the stats, it looks like George won in might, but Ivan won in everything else. And you can see that Ophidius damage is just off the charts, 20 million damage. So when we look at this, it looks like the Sol sides are matched up, the power sides are matched up. They're actually very similar formations. The Belrogs are lined up against each other. Ivan might lose his Belrog before it can fully power up for the Resurrection. Topaz Dragon is doing work. The Azul is actually doing fantastic on the bottom side as well. The one black hole is out. I think that's from Cleo. And it looks like Ivan's actually going to drop the Belrog first. He is actually winning on that top side. It looks like the Raxius really helped out with that. Then Ivan's just going to swing around and collapse on George's bottom side. So George, wonderful job, man. Strong fighter and great ally. Nice to see you here. And Ivan, congratulations on the win. So now we will jump into Mr. Toby's fight. So Mr. Toby is going up against King. We'll take a peek at Toby's Dragon. So he has the Onyx, he has Gravitational Surge, the Arcane, Magic Swell, Twilight Vortex, Corrosive Scales, Fortitude, External Void, and Energy Pulse. He has maxed out Destruction and almost maxed out Affliction. His Dragon is just straight up damage. If he just had Hero Pred on this Dragon would be literally perfect. He is going up against King. King is going with an Azul. The Azul has Noble Blood, the Roar, Ice Blast. So he's got some active abilities and Blessed Warsong. King has maxed out Affliction, so his troops will be able to live for 2 seconds longer after they die, kind of mimicking the Dire Skeletons. When it comes to troop stats, King is at 226. So Toby does have a advantage as far as the troops, slightly. And it looks like they're both going with very similar formations as far as what we can tell from this screen. However, here's the big difference. Toby's Dragon did almost 20 million damage. His Rufio also went off the chart, so we'll have to keep an eye on Toby's Rufio. Toby won in might, and King won in everything else. Damage tanked. Of course, King is going to have more tank by his swordsman. So let's jump in and let's see how this went. So it looks like power side versus power side. So Toby's going to go down. He starts off with the Denji. Denji's just going to get that weakening armor out on everything. And his Denji is literally going ham, shutting everything down with those archers in the backline for support. This is ridiculous to watch. The Denji just cleared out everything. I don't even know what else to say. I missed his Rufio also. Okay, I see his Rufio. So his Rufio just jumped in. His whirlwind with the Ophidius black hole shut down all those archers in the top side. It is absolutely massive. Toby's power side is no joke, along with his Onyx that can just pump out so much damage. Between those two, it was literally over in like 42 seconds. Crazy, crazy strong. Next, we have Toby going up against Mr. Rugen. So Mr. Rugen is also using an Azul. He's got the Shield, Ice Blast. He's got 4 purples, Noble Blood, and Hero Predation. Also maxed out Affliction. Very good. And when it comes to the stats, he actually has some ridiculous stats. So Rugen his troops are way stronger than Toby's. Like his archers have like 30k more attack, and his swords have more health. When it comes to the actual damage dealt, it looks like Toby's Dragon, Denji, and Archers went off the charts. And for stats, Toby won in all stats except for Magic. So let's jump into this one. We'll keep an eye on this bottom side again. So we have Denji just running up the middle. Those black holes weren't perfect from Toby's Dragons, but one of them really hammered out on that bottom side. It looks like the archers are putting in work. He might be able to drop Rugen's Belrog before Belrog fully powers up. Rugen jumps in with the Rufio, but the Rufio gets shut down before he even lands, which is massive for him. The Rufio from Toby did land and is still alive in that top side. Black holes come out from both Ophidiuses and pretty much finishes off everything in that middle section. On the bottom side, it is becoming more tied up. Rugen tries to take out Toby's Dragon. I'm sure that's so that he could help out his teammates, but his Geist gets shut down, and Toby ends up swinging up for the win. So congratulations, Rugen. Great job. King from before, amazing job. Toby, as always, just amazing to watch. So if you guys remember from my Clash of Fate, Bob the Bob absolutely destroyed me. Bob the Bob has some pretty strong troops. It looks like Toby's swordsmen are stronger than Bob the Bob's, but Bob the Bob's archers are stronger than Toby's. And it looks like Toby is running with 3 packs of archers, where Bob the Bob is running with 5 packs of swords. Bob the Bob also has Noble Blood, Ice Blast. He's got the 4 purples and Bless Hero Predation. He is not maxed out in protection, but he is going that route. So I think Bob the Bob definitely took a little bit of a break and is behind a little bit with the Dragons. But let's see how they do. So Toby barely lost in might and lost significantly in command. As far as magic and stamina, Toby won in those. Those are going to help out tremendously. And we'll have to keep an eye on Toby's Bazrik, because he went out and did 13 million damage. Pretty wild, along with the Onyx doing work. So we got Bazrik. Bazrik's running up towards Bob the Bob's dragon, which maybe that's what took down the dragon. He's just putting in work down there. Toby, of course, with the Denji going ham. So Bob the Bob lost his dragon due to Rufio jumping in, and then Bazrik down there as well. And it looks like the bottom side, Toby just powered right on through and is able to spin around. As far as the top side, I mean, it's pretty much all gone with the Ophidius black hole. So just like how Bob the Bob was able to absolutely crush us, Toby was able to come out and give him a good fight. So Bob the Bob, absolutely amazing person. Glad he's back and playing. So great job, Bob. Great job, Toby. Good fights. So the last fight of the day is going to be Toby with a rematch versus Rugen. So again, just a quick repeat at Rugen's dragon. It's also important to know, so Toby also has Chakra 15 on both his swords and archers. Rugen only has it on his swords, so slight advantage. And again, when we look at the stats, it's all about Toby winning all stats. For command, he only got half the command bonus. However, let's jump in. Let's see what's different with this. Toby's Onyx Dragon definitely does more damage, and we can pay special attention to this bottom side. So both started off with Denji. Toby's was in way better position for the actual meat dumpling, and it looks like Toby's able to take down Rugen's Denji, and by the time his Denji drops, I mean the whole bottom side's gone. As far as this top section, I'm expecting a heroic leap pretty soon from Toby, but I don't think he needs it. The Ophidius black hole just annihilated everything. the Ring of Reinir on Ophidius along with the Onyx Dragons. So much CC, so much straight up damage is absolutely wild and changed the meta. So congratulations to Toby, Ivan, and everyone else that sent me the videos. Thank you, Hippos, for putting up a good fight, for kicking our butt in Clash of Fate. As I said earlier, they're our friends. None of these videos are out there to put anybody down. It's just to show the PvP highlights from the Blood Moon perspective. This is all from the Blood Moon perspective. For every win that we had as far as the PvP, I'm sure that there is an equal loss. So we did lose Clash of Fate, so we clearly lost PvPs. I lost PvPs. They're out there, but I just want to pass something on for Blood Moon members to remember as as time passed, and if they ever want to reflect back. So thank you, Hungry Hippos, awesome allies. Awesome fights. Toby, congratulations on your unicorn. That is so cool, man. Bash Brothers, here we go. So in the comment section below, make sure you put down hashtag TobyNation. If you are not subscribed, please take a moment and subscribe, like, share. Check out the description for more information. And I will see you guys tomorrow with a new video. Take care.